Okay, today we're going to do the same thing we did yesterday. We're going to be writing exponential functions. This is the front of your paper, and I want you to fold it. Fold it like a little book, okay? The back part should be where it says glue here, because that's what the part that you're going to glue on in your notebook. Okay, so fold it like a booklet. This is the front page of the booklet. So if you have questions, let me know if you don't know how to fold it. All right, then we're going to do first the growth and then the decay. So the first page is all about growth. That means more than $1, increasing from $1. And then the back, the second page is going to be the decay, which is less than $1. Remember yesterday we were talking about money? So we have to relate it to money. So when we talk about exponential growth, the equation still has an A on the outside, and inside is going to be greater than $1. So that's why we do 1 plus whatever our rate is. And it's always to the power of x, which is also t, your time. Okay, to the power of x. So A, we talked about it yesterday, is the starting value or the initial amount. So what did you start with? That is going to be on the outside, your A, con lo que comienzas. R is the growth rate, which is usually a percentage. They give it to you as percentage, and then you have to change it into a decimal. Okay, and T is going to be your time, which sometimes we use X. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with example 1. It says the original value, so that's the starting value, is 1,400. So I already know that it's going to be, and we can use y equals 1,400. Okay, let me move it up a little. And then it says that it's going to be increasing by 9%. So how would I write that? If it's increasing 9% from $1, right, then that's 1 plus, because it's increasing by 0.09. It's like 9 cents, right? So 9% is like 9 cents. And then to the power of x, which is t, your time. But remember, when we add this, it's just $1.09 or 1.09. So we can also write it as y equals 1,400. And inside the parentheses, we put 1.09 to the power of x. So any one of those two is correct. Okay, so hopefully you still remember from yesterday some of this stuff. Problem number 2, it says the cost of tuition at a college is $12,000. So that's what you start with. And is increasing at a rate of 6% each year. So that's y equals, what did I start with? 12,000. No commas, don't put commas. And inside the parentheses, it's increasing, so it's plus, right? So it's 1 plus, how do I write 6%? 0.06 is like 6 cents to the power of x. Or, if I add these two, what does it give me? $1, 1.06 to the power of x. Easy, okay? Problem 3. Same thing. The number of student athletes at a local high school is 300 and is increasing at a rate of 8%. So I started with 300. I'm increasing, so it's more than $1. y equals 300 parentheses to the power of x. What's inside the parentheses? 1 plus 0.08. Or y equals 300. And how do I add this? What does it give you? Okay. Now, we're not done because it says use an exponential function to find the number of student athletes after 5 years. So I'm going to use that function to find out how much it costs in 5 years. So let's just use this one, put it in decimals, and then open up the table and see what happened at 5 years. So pause the video, put the equation in decimals, and go find what happened at 5 years. Okay, so I paused the video and I started putting the equation in here. I want to make sure that everybody understands how to put the exponent up at the top. You're going to be clicking this button right here, a to the power of b. What it does is when you click on it, it goes up to the top. You can also use Shift 6 in the keyboard on the tablet. Shift 6 will bring it up to the top, and then you put X. Then you're going to open up settings. I want the table for it, and I want to go look at 5. So type 5, enter, and it's going to give you the amount for 5 years. So in 5 years, they're going to be paying $440.79. So $440 in 5 years. It's going to be 440 with, what did I say, 70 what? 9 cents. Okay? You guys are going to do number 4 in just a little bit. Let's turn the page. Let's go to the decay part. So right here, we're going to use the same equation, the same formula, but now it's decay. So it's decreasing, okay? It's the word decreasing. So it's less than the dollar. Decreasing from a dollar, so it's going to be minus. So I'm still using A on the outside, parentheses, 1 minus R, close parentheses, to the power of T, which is your X. We're subtracting now. A is still the initial value. That means what you start with, con lo que comienzas. R is the decay rate, which they give it to you in percent, and you have to change it to a decimal. And then T is the time, which you're going to be using X to the power of X. Problem number 1. The population of a town is decreasing at a rate of 1%. In 2000, there were 1,300 people. So I started with 1,300 people. This is the year, so don't use that as the number. So we're going to have y equals, what did I start with? 1,300. It says decreasing, so I'm going to subtract. So in parentheses, I'm going to put 1 minus the percent. So if this is in cents, how do I write this in cents? 0.01, close parentheses, to the power of X. Right? Or, if I subtract those two, what does that give me? If I take 1 cent away, how much do I have? 0.99 to the power of X. 0.99. So because you took 1 off the dollar. 1 cent off the dollar. Okay? Problem 6. The value of a car is 18,000, so that means I started with 18,000, and it's depreciating at 12%. Depreciating means going down, subtracting, bajando, per year. So we're going to write y equals what I started with, which was 18,000. Don't put commas. Parentheses to the power of x. So inside the parentheses, because it's going down, I'm going to do 1 minus the rate. So if this is 12%, how do I write it right here? 0.12. It's like saying 12 cents. 0.12, 12 centavos. Or, if I subtract these two, what do I get? You can use decimals too, or you can think in your head. Y equals 18,000, parentheses to the power of x. So what's 1 minus 12 cents? 0.88. Okay? Let's do one more. A farmer buys tractors for 50,000, so that's what you start with. If the tractor depreciates 10% per year, so it's going down minus, they want to know what happened in 7 years. Okay? So first you have to create the equation. Y equals, what did I start with? 50,000. Parentheses to the power of x. What goes inside? 1 minus 0.10, right? Or I can rewrite the equation. Y equals 50,000, parentheses to the power of x. What's 1 minus 10 cents? If you have $1 and you take 10 cents away, you have 90.90. Now, you don't have to write both equations. You just have to write one. Okay? I'm writing both so you can see that it's the same thing. We're going to put this one in decimals and go look what happened in 7 years. Pause the video. So again, I paused the video. You should have paused it too. I started the equation already. I'm just going to finish it by doing to the power of using this button to the power of x. Then you hit settings, open up the table, and go look for 7 years. In 7 years, the tractor is not going to cost $50,000 anymore. It's going to cost about $23,900 and let's just say $15. You don't have to round everything. But if we're talking about money, it's going to be about $23,915. I just rounded. So in 7 years, the tractor is about $23,915. Okay? So you guys are going to do number 8 by yourselves. Let's go to the next page. Okay? I don't want you to worry too much about the notes up here. Let's just try to do one and see if you understand it. I'm trying to find the rate. The rate. So if I have this equation, this function, and they give me this number inside, is that a growth or a decay? It's a growth because it's more than the dollar, right? So it's a growth. So I know that they did 1 plus something. So if I take away the 1, then that only leaves me with the point. If I do 1 minus, no. If I take away the 1, it only leaves me with 0.234, right? And then you have to move the decimal to the right 2 places. 1, 2. So my percent was 23.4. There was a growth of 23.4%. Okay? What if it's like number 9? This is a decay because it's less than $1. So you're going to do 1 minus 0.64, and that's going to give you the percent. So that gives you 0.36, which is 36%.